What's going on, everybody? This is episode 5 of the CogCast. We're just cruising right on along. Today's podcast, it's a solo fly. No interviews, no nothing. I saw the movie Logan. We're going to talk about that. We're going to stick with movies and talk about how Beauty and the Beast is too gay for Russia. And I'm also going to go into other gay cast members that had to be from Disney. Just had to. Also, to end the show, we're going to have a Facebook police segment where I'm tired of stuff on Facebook, and I'm sure a lot of you are too. So we're going to police it up. First, we're going to begin with Logan. I had no expectations going into this movie. I thought it would be okay. I thought, I guess it'll be all right. But, with the success of Deadpool and the hard R comic, movie biz, Logan was awesome. From the beginning, it's super intense. It shows you, how far they could have taken it all this time, and they should have. The comic books were pretty violent from what, I'm not a comic book guy, but from what I've heard, they were pretty violent, but yeah, they were slashing people in the head, cutting heads off. It was crazy. Logan, Wolverine's first word was an F-bomb. Crying out loud. It was a little, and I use the word unbelievable loosely, just because it is, an X-Men movie, and some of it's going to be unbelievable, but there's a female character in it who's the kid, and I'm not going to give too much away, but there's a lot of action scenes that are cool. Don't get me wrong, they're very cool and they're very satisfying, but they're also just I laughed sometimes. I laughed out loud. I LOL'd because I couldn't believe what I was watching. I was like, this is absolutely insane, but I would give it 4 out of 5. I'd put it up there, and I don't give a 4 out of 5, lightly. And if you press me, I would go 3 out of 4. Just because I think it's really that good. It's a movie I would actually want to see again, maybe even in theaters. Great story. I didn't know Professor Xavier was going to be in it. He played a really good role. It's actually, it took, if you're, not much of a tough guy and just kind of, just here for the motions, you might even cry at the end of the movie. It's tearjerker. No. Why? There's a few of those moments, but, the action was insane. It was a really good story. Really liked it. And there was, a villain in the movie. I thought Tom Hardy would have been, perfect for the villain, but it was some other guy who did a great job. It wasn't, I don't know what his name was. I'm sure I can look it up, but, no, Wolverine, if you're in the mood, it's called Logan, but if you're in the mood for a really good movie, a good box office movie, well, it's got an 8.5 on IMDb and 92 on Rotten Tomatoes. I heard Rotten Tomatoes is bought by NBC. I don't know how true that is, but that changes my whole perspective on Rotten Tomatoes, because Rotten Tomatoes is the go-to. Hey, we all. It's a congregation of people and all this kind of stuff, this and that and this. But, if it's bought and sold, I guess I can't be too surprised. But it was directed by the same guy it was written by, and I'm sure that always helps. Let's see who the bad guy was. Boyd Holbrook was the bad guy. I think he was. I don't know, he looks like him. But it was a good movie. I recommend anybody who wants to go see a good popcorn flick, check out Logan. I really had a good time. It is a hard R, so there were kids in the movie theater. Well, people were getting their heads cut off and their arms cut off and all kinds of stuff. And the kids are running around like it's hee-haw. And I'm like, whose parents are these kids? They're just going to let them see Logan. But, I guess that's just the way it is, because, comic book movies have just become R-rated, so I guess it's kind of a transition phase, because kids still going to want to see it. It's Wolverine, of course they're going to want to see it, but it's your job as a parent to say, no, it's an R-rated movie, people's heads are getting cut off, And you're probably at 9 years old, not, able to handle that kind of violence. But what do I know? I mean, everything's so available nowadays on like YouTube and Google, where I want to see someone get killed. I mean, they can watch it. There's no supervision there. So I don't know. Maybe we're entering a new era. Maybe that's good. Maybe we don't have to have a rating systems anymore. Who knows? Don't get me started. Like, when I was a kid, when the rating systems came out, my mother had a field day. Because this is what they did. They took a PG-13 movie. PG-13, right? You were allowed to say shit. Maybe some mild nudity. They took all of that out. All the good stuff out. And then they put it TV-14. What kind of sense? That doesn't make any sense. That's like, you know what? This bread is bad, but we're going to charge you more money for it just because we can and we know you're hungry. I literally would watch TV in the back room, and I would be like Anne Frank during Nazi times, hand on the remote, ready to go back to some, I don't know, Nature Channel or something. Because she knew there was stuff that was on late at night that we couldn't watch. She would kick open the door like Jean-Claude Van Damme. What are you watching? And I would hit the recall button really quick. I was watching a nature show. And she'd be like, okay. And she would walk back out. And, it went on like that. Until she found out there was a recall. And she goes, go to the last channel you were watching. And I would flub the remote and accidentally hit a different channel. Oh, sorry, Mom. I watched TVMA stuff a lot when I was a kid, My mom, I love my mom. Don't get me wrong. My mom's great. I wouldn't be myself without my mom. But let me tell you, I didn't have MTV from the age of 12 until I was 17 years old, okay? I didn't have MTV. You know why? There's two reasons why. I'm sure you don't know why, but I'm asking anyway. Jack Bleep couldn't say jackass. You had to say Jack Bleep. So she thought I was going to, jump off the roof. I don't know. Have a car run over my head or something, and something dumb. And then, the thorn in her side was really the Tom Green show. Tom Green, and he did a lot of disgusting stuff, and, it was all in good fun, but no, not to Mary. No way, you're not going to watch that in my house. And, people say, did it have an effect? Honestly, I don't know. I mean, I really wanted to watch it, and I would watch it friends' houses and stuff like that. And that kind of humor is really drawn to me. I don't know if that amplified it, because I couldn't watch it for that amount of time. But, man. Oh, I totally spilled the beans. Me, my two brothers, and my dad, we went on a spring break to Daytona Beach. I mean, this was during bike week, and I'm a kid, and I'm like, whoa, this is a rough crowd. And, we would, stay up late and eat, Cheese Whiz on crackers, and, he wouldn't, that was about as hardcore as it got. But MTV was on the TV. And what did we watch? We watched Jack Bleep, and we all laughed. We all had a great time. Came back. So, how was spring break? Yeah, it was good. You didn't do anything inappropriate, did you? No, nothing inappropriate. She boiled me down, man. She overboiled the water, and I squealed like a pig. I was like, we watched Jack Bleep. You watched what? We watched Jack Bleep. Everybody hated me. Everybody was like, why would you say that? I was like, I don't know. I'm 12. I don't want to get in trouble. Man, I spilled the beans. And we went if you listen to last week's episode, you find out what spill the beans means. I'm not going to tell you, so you can just pause podcast, listen to last week's episode. All right, now you're back. I spilled the beans. I did. That was a fun trip. Anyway, Logan's a good movie. I don't know why I got off on that, but Logan, if you like... It's gory, though. It's gory. It's intense. Like, it's a very intense movie. Like, there's a lot of scenes that are very, very intense. So, if you're into that kind of thing, definitely go for it. I recommend it. 4 out of 5, 3 out of 4. And I guess the only reason it didn't give me, like, the perfect... I mean, nothing's really perfect, right? That saying or whatever. But some of the scenes were just a little too over the top. But other than that, it's a really good movie. I highly recommend it. So go check out Logan. So we're going to move on. So Beauty and the Beast is getting banned in Russia, right? And here's the reason behind it. It is a blatant, shameless propaganda of sin and perverted sexual relationships, okay? And they're saying this because, and there's also elements of propaganda and homosexuality. Wouldn't want that. Not in Russia. So, the reason there is, it's Beauty and the Beast is a PG movie, first and foremost. It's PG. So, PG in this day and age, like I just said, there's a lot less you can get away with to make it a PG movie. And its director, Bill Condon, maybe that's similar to Condom, and they're not a fan of that, has said the character of LeFou, a fawning sidekick to the villainous Gaston, has an exclusively gay moment in the film. Now, exclusively gay moment can mean a lot of things. Considering it's PG, in my mind, like 90% of it won't be happening. Exclusively gay moment, because he's not gonna be blowing anybody. There's not gonna be any nudity. I guess I'll have to watch the movie to find out what the exclusive gay moment of the film could be. I mean, he could be just singing and dancing, but here's my whole thing about Russia trying to ban a Disney movie because they think it's gay. Okay, first and foremost, every Disney movie is singing and dancing with men. Okay? It's singing, it's dancing, it's, ba 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 ba, bravado, hello, it's all that kind of, and like, it's not that it's not masculine, okay? But it's not, bravado and, killing people and Logan. It's not that. It's not that at all. And secondly, anybody who knows, who's been at Disney, 50% of the men who work at Disney are gay. That's no surprise. It's no shock to anybody. Okay? I guess I'm an insider, but 50% of the men who worked at Disney were gay. Bottom line. Worked out in my favor when I worked there, but that's a different story for a different podcast. And third, this is my big point. When I think of the president of Russia, it's Vladimir Putin, right? Putin, gas, Vladimir. I automatically think of him either shirtless riding a horse, or grappling with men in a sweaty mat, trying to get on top of them, and bring them down, face first, face to cheek, scoring points. And when I think of any other president, I don't think that. I mean, you look at any other, faux pas on him, any other kind of satire on him, it's him with his shirt off. And this is the guy who made the executive order. People under 16 cannot watch Beauty and the Beast because it's gay. They talk about it. So at the end of the film, there's a huge celebratory dance. The kind where everyone's in a big circle and regularly changing partners. On one of these changes, LeFou finds himself paired with another man. If you're in Russia, close your ears right now. If you're in Russia and you're under 16, close your ears right now because you can't listen to this. Okay? They freeze, surprised in their embrace. The audience laughs and then the camera cuts away. That's it. The moment is over in less than a second. Wow. That can't... Listen, if I had a kid, I wouldn't have seen that. Embrace on a dance floor with two men? What is this? You need to be with women. It's America. But no, Russia has a huge gay climate for whatever reason. I don't know. I mean, I never took Russia to be like a hugely religious, country. But, it's their non-traditional sexual relations. And that's a law that they got, so. But to back up Beauty and the Beast, no pun intended, I did a little digging. And I found out Disney villains who were probably gay. Or sexually inappropriate. We'll put it that way. We'll just say sexually inappropriate because we don't know. By Russia's 16 and under standards, these are Disney villains who were sexually inappropriate. Okay? The first on the list is Pain and Panic from Hercules. Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't even know by the name Pain and Panic, it's S&M. BDSM, pleasure and pain. Okay? Whips, chains, the whole nine. They're naked, shape-shifting imps. Okay? Who sometimes impale each other by mistake. Is it by mistake? I don't know. Do I want more pain? Do I want more panic? Am I sexually aroused because I'm a 15-year-old who doesn't know what's going on? Probably, so I shouldn't be watching Hercules. Next on the list, Horace and Jasper from 101 Dalmatians. Okay, Horace and Jasper are go-to gay porn names. Okay, I've never met an actual man named Horace or Jasper, ever, in my entire life. And it's a go-to male on man, sexual innuendo name. And let's think about it. They're two middle-aged white men, okay? And what are they trying? They're trying to steal puppies. Why are they trying to steal the puppies? Why would anybody need puppies in their life? Maybe to lurk small children into their cars, to abduct them. Horace and Jasper were pedophiles, okay? And Disney tried to shove down your throat a pro-pedophile agenda. And we all ate it up. 101 Dalmatians, ha ha ha. Yet Horace and Jasper were shoving things down other things that I don't even want to get into because I'm sick. I'm sick about talking about it. Sir Hiss is from Robin Hood. I mean, this one's a given, right? He already has a lisp, right? Sir Hiss. It's not very masculine, if you ask me. And what is a snake a euphemism for? Okay? Oh, he's got a snake. Not long hair. Not a big toe. You tell me. And he flies around in a balloon that he blows himself. If there's anything that you can blow yourself, you're sending the wrong message to my kid. He's 15 years old. He's impressionable. Oh, you can blow something on your own? Nope. Sorry. Not watching this movie. Magic Mirror and Cinderella, totally gay. Okay? The mirror on the wall, totally gay. Mirror is the most superficial thing on the planet. Everybody looks at it every day. They'll look at every mark, every crease, every cranny, and the mirror is there. And I have proof. If the mirror was straight, okay? But he's not. Here's my proof. If the mirror was straight, he would just have asked to see her boobs, right? When she's like, mirror, mirror on the wall, he would have been, hey, just drop your top. I'll tell you whatever you want. It doesn't matter. You can show me a little more if you want. Show me what you got. I'll tell you whatever you want. But no, he wanted this huge speech. Who's, oh, I want all this. No. Straight mirror, a man's mirror, would have said, hey, babe, why don't you pull up that shirt a little bit? kind of underweight got on. I'll tell you whatever you want to know. It's truth. It's gay propaganda. Have your children under 16 stop watching Cinderella immediately. Okay? Stop it. Last but not least, I struggled with it, but it totally made sense at the end of the day. Mr. Smee from Peter Pan. And Mr. Smee is beloved. People love Mr. Smee. It's Smee, Mr. Smee. It's a fun name to say, Mr. Smee. But there's no way an old man with no wife, no girlfriend, hangs out with a man who has a phylactic object as one of his hands. There's no, oh yes, Mr. Hook. Oh, Mr. Hook. And he's always wearing pajamas. And his glasses are cocked down in a very illustrious way. Well, my case for Mr. Smee isn't that good, I'll be honest with you. It's not that good. But I still believe Mr. Smee is up to no good. And don't let your kids watch Peter Pan. Anyway, we'll move on. The final segment tonight. Facebook police. Now, most of us have a Facebook. I think every 1 in every 6 people on the planet has one, which is, pretty significant if you ask me. And we're gonna lock you up. Facebook police is out on the prowl, and if you guys see this, lock them up. You can make a citizen's Facebook arrest. It needs to stop. It needs to stop today. It needs to stop right now. Okay. First one. People who post food porn. And this is in quotations. Food porn. Now, it's a very popular thing to post food porn, but much like amateur porn, it's bad lighting. You can't even see what that is. I don't know what that is. It's sloppy. It's all over the place. And it's very uninteresting. There's no production value. Oh, mac and cheese with bacon on top? Wow. And on a paper plate to boot. That really is food porn. You got me going wild. Stop it. Just stop. Just eat it. Okay, just eat it. Oh, I made a cake. No frosting though. Food porn. Nope. Sorry. This one bugs me the most. The Facebook cleanse post. Listen, guys, I know a lot of you are my friends, and a lot of you don't care about me, so if you're reading this, you survived the Facebook. You know what? I'm going to do myself a favor, and I'm going to do yourself a favor, and I'm just going to delete your friend request on the spot. Okay? Capiche? Got it? No one cares how many friends you have. They really don't. I don't. Okay? Doesn't matter. It doesn't affect me in any way in my life. It doesn't affect any of the people you know on Facebook on your life at all. Just do it. If you're going to do it, do it. Don't make a parade. Hey, you survived me. And you know why a lot of people probably wanted to get cleansed by you? Because you're boring. You are boring. And there you go. This one really grinds my gears too. The I don't want to talk about it post. So it's just like an angry face. Don't ask me about it. How many? And here's the thing. I could have a post saying, hey, it's a wonderful day today. Hope everyone has a wonderful and great experience. I'll get like 2 likes. Someone says, ugh, I hate everything and everyone. 27 likes. Oh, what's going on? Are you okay? How's it going? Blah, 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 blah. You know what? Don't do it. It's self-deprecating. You're embarrassing yourself. Don't do it. Okay? Ugh. Alright, I should Facebook cleanse people who do that. Probably have a lot less friends. Alright, this one is very subjective. It's the nothing better than blank post. So, like, there's a few that are relatable, like nothing better than a cold beer after work. nothing better than relaxing after a long day. But then there's other ones that are just like nothing better than eating shrimp at, blah, 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 and, cheap beach town. I could think of a lot of better things than eating, overcooked shrimp at a cheap beach resort. I could think of a lot of other things better than talking to a random guy in the street who changed my life. It's subjective. There's a lot better than that. And maybe it's not better to you, but it's better to me. It's better to pretty much everybody else. So, if you're going to say there's nothing better than it, at least swing for the fences. Nothing better than, swimming in, I don't know, what? Nothing better than going to the Grand Canyon and finding $1 million. Yeah, I would agree with that. There's probably not a whole lot better than going to the Grand Canyon and finding $1 million. There's nothing better than having your favorite shows on after back-to-back. No, there's probably a few better things than that, honestly. Do better. Feel better. Think better. Act better. And there's nothing better than that. So that's it. That's the CogCast. I'm pretty worked up, so we're gonna end it there. If you want to contact me, it's DACOGCAST, CogCast, and we'd be more than happy to answer a question. Talk about a particular issue if you want. It's all about you, the fans. So I hope you guys have a great day, great night, and we'll see you around. Bye.